I'm Kara. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm trying to develop and maintain sustainable lifestyle habits that are overall better for my mental and physical well-being, and in the process losing 150 pounds. I've been off track for quite a while, and in the past week or so I have eaten a lot of processed and high sodium food, so much so that I haven't been feeling well, and I decided to look up how to flush the salt out of my body just because I felt I was retaining a lot of salt. I went down a YouTube rabbit hole and came across a bunch of videos as well as other research of people trying different K-pop diets, and I came across Jennie from Blackpink's no sodium diet to help reduce bloat before she goes on tour, which was exactly what I was looking for in terms of flushing sodium, etc. And I thought it was very fascinating, so I decided to give it a try. Please bear in mind that I'm not a doctor, a dietitian, a nutritionalist, or anything. I'm just someone with an internet connection and trying something out of curiosity. Jennie's diet and exercise routine just prior to starting a tour or a comeback diet and routine. It's reported that she only does it for 3 days, and this is what it entails. She has stated that for a late breakfast brunch type of meal, she has an avocado salad or something with avocado, 2 eggs, and she accompanies that with a detox juice. And Jennie doesn't specify exactly what food she eats, but she says for dinner she eats a lot of bland, unseasoned food with little to no sodium to help de-bloat. And for her exercise routine, she has stated that she does fly pilates, and obviously just prior to a tour she's doing lots of rehearsals and dancing because their concerts are very choreography heavy. So let's get into my recreating this. Fly pilates does require equipment that I don't have access to either at home or a gym in the city that I'm currently living in right now. In replace of that, I decided to try at-home Pilates. I did follow 3 at-home workouts, which will be linked in the description below. I did record the first day, and upon reviewing the footage, I realized I look like a beached whale. So I'm just going to tell you about the experience after that, just because I didn't want to embarrass myself on the internet even more than I already do. I just finished trying Pilates for the first time. It was a lot tougher than I thought it would be. I can't imagine doing the flying Pilates at all.
For my breakfast, or brunch rather, since I couldn't find exactly what is in Jennie's avocado salad, I just followed what others have suggested the salad includes, which is avocado, tomato, cucumber with some lemon juice, and I also added black pepper. I also boiled my 2 eggs for 7 minutes and achieved a pretty nice soft boiled doneness, in my opinion.
So I just finished my breakfast of the avocado salad. It was pretty good. It did have a little too much tomato for my liking, and way too much lemon juice. I know that for tomorrow. Lesson learned. Jennie also drinks a detox juice, although I couldn't find the ingredients mentioned anywhere, so I just got this store-bought one. It has kale, cucumber, apple, spinach, mint, celery, lime, and parsley. I did have to find one without ginger, which a lot of them have, just because I can't consume ginger. And we'll see how this tastes. It's my first green juice type drink I've ever had, so hopefully it'll be good. It smells kind of like sour apple. It tastes healthy, if that makes sense. Oh. It's kind of sweet though. Instead of doing dance rehearsals for a concert tour that I don't have, I'm gonna go for a walk as a form of cardio. I'm gonna go for about an hour to an hour and a half, I think. So let's go. I'm back from my walk. I'm exhausted, sweaty. It was a lot hotter than I thought it was outside. That's okay. It'll pay off in the long run though. We can't get any more bland and less sodium than broccoli, chicken breast and rice. I just put a little pepper on it for some flavor, but that's it. The chicken breast is baked, so there's no added oil or anything. I'm hungry, so it looks good. It's day 2 of the diet, and this is my avocado salad for breakfast. I did put less tomato in it and more cucumber, because I'm not really a big fan of tomato. And I was told by my roommate yesterday that the avocado was significantly underripe, so I got a fresh one and used half of it. I also put a lot less lemon juice in it, because yesterday it was basically drowning in it. I'm also having 3 soft boiled eggs instead of 2 because I was super hungry yesterday and would like my breakfast to carry me through until dinner time. And with breakfast, I'm also having the detox juice, the same one as yesterday. As you can see behind me, I have plenty of water to drink to help keep me full as well. I finished my second at-home Pilates workout, and I'm not sure if it is because my head is not used to being upside down so much like that, or that I've sweat a lot in the past 2 days and have no salt, but I have a massive headache. Or it could be because I've had no caffeine. I don't know, but just an update. I am very hungry, so as a snack I am having a homemade bran muffin that my roommates made, and I do have a little bit of salt-free butter on it, keeping with the no sodium restriction that this diet does have. And I'm hoping it'll be delicious. Probably will be. Cardio for day number 2 is done in the form of a walk. Sweaty and need a shower. Day 2's dinner. I put a little bit of Italian seasoning on the chicken breast to give it a little bit of flavor. Of course, no salt. And I'm not having any rice or anything like that because I had the bran muffin earlier, which was obviously carb heavy. And I just don't like rice plain. I usually eat it with like spicy Thai chili sauce on it, or at the very least soy sauce. And both of those contain a lot of sodium. So I had to eat it plain, which I'm not a big fan of. So just no rice. Today is the last day of the 3-day diet, which I'm happy about because this breakfast is not my ideal go-to, but here it is. The cucumber heavy avocado salad, and I'm having it with 2 eggs this morning. A little harder boiled than I would like because one of them exploded in the water. As you can see, the other one I hopefully perfect. We'll see. And of course it'll be accompanied by the detox juice. It's actually growing on me. It's really good. I'm finding it sweeter now. Just finished my last session of Pilates for following Jennie'S comeback routine, and I underestimated what Pilates was and how difficult it was.
I decided to switch up my last meal of this diet while trying to stay in Jennie'S parameters of no sodium, and I tried to satisfy my craving of pasta, which I've had all day. Typically when I make pasta, I cook up some broccoli, zucchini, and carrots and mix them into a jarred tomato sauce, which tends to be high in sodium. I tried to make a quick and easy marinara sauce to replace the jarred stuff. I did use some oil for cooking and some garlic. After that cooked a bit, I put in some cherry tomatoes and left those to cook covered for about 5 minutes. Then I mashed them up with a tomato masher and let it cook a little bit longer. I did also add some dried oregano to give it a bit of flavor. Then to that I mixed in my chopped and cooked veggies and cooked them together a bit more. I did also cook a cubed chicken breast and added some black pepper, but no salt or anything that contains sodium. Here's what the final meal looks like. Hopefully it's good. There's some chicken underneath there as well, obviously. Hopefully it's tasty. Just got back from a long walk as my form of cardio. I waited till later in the day because last 2 days have been extremely hot, and today was as well. And it is very humid out because it just finished raining. I've been sweating a lot and I've been very lightheaded, and I just want to conserve electrolytes because sodium is an electrolyte. You sweat it out. I'm just gonna chug some water, and I'll weigh in and measure myself tomorrow just to give you the update and the final results. Now that I've completed the 3 days of following Jennie'S diet and exercise routines, what do I think? I lost a total of 12.6 pounds and approximately 3¼ inches off my waist, which is a great result. However, the caveat is
it's temporary, because the vast majority of that is water weight and water retention just leaving my body, and it will come back as soon as I introduce more sodium into my diet, because sodium retains water inside the body. On the upside, I do feel better. I feel a lot less bloated and less sluggish, but I don't think it was worth it, and I don't think I could do this diet for long term. It's clearly not sustainable. Jennie herself doesn't even claim it to be sustainable, because she only does it prior to doing a few days prior to her concert tours starting up. And frankly, I'm not sure how she does it for the 3 days, because I assume that with dancing and practicing choreography for 5 to 8, maybe even more hours of a day, that she would be sweating and perspiring a lot. When you sweat, you release a lot of electrolytes, which salt is, and if you're not consuming any salt or very little salt, that can be problematic. When I was going for my walks as a form of cardio, I was just doing 45 minutes to an hour and a half, and granted, it was outside in the heat during one of the hottest weeks we've had this summer, where the temperatures were between 27 and 37, the humidex. So it's very hot outside, and I was sweating quite a bit. I had headaches. I was feeling weak and lightheaded when I was standing up, sitting down, moving, etc. It was worrisome, because when your electrolytes are out of balance, it can create a lot of problems. So just on that alone, I wouldn't recommend trying this at all. It's not worth those results, especially since they're so short-term results, and you're going to retain water. Granted, I did accomplish what I set out to do, was to flush my system of any salt, because I thought I was eating way too much sodium the past week and a half prior. I think this swung the pendulum in the opposite direction too far. Another thing that could have contributed to the side effects I had of headaches and whatnot was, as you could see, I did post the calories that I was consuming on screen, and it was 14-ish to 1600 calories per day, which is typical and sustainable for someone of Jennie's size, a smaller size, someone who is within a healthy BMI. But I was drinking a lot of water to help keep me full, because I was hungry a lot, and I was just drinking a lot of water to help fill me up and not be hungry. Counterintuitively, the more water you drink, the more water you release. If you're holding water rate, in turn you release more salt, so that may not have helped. That may have also played into the fact that I was getting really bad headaches and whatnot. Also, where's the caffeine? I didn't have any caffeine for those 3 days. So I also think that caffeine headache contributed to that headache. All that aside, I am quite happy that I tried this, just to itch my curiosity about it, to see how it was. And although I wouldn't recommend it, I am quite happy I did it, because I do feel better. I feel less bloated, but I wouldn't do it again by any means. And I don't think it's healthy or sustainable at all. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me on this experiment, and hopefully I can get back on track soon, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.